Welcome to the Book of Wretch, where stories of the macabre and supernatural are told. We ask all of the lost, the damned, and everything in between to join us for yet another spine-chilling tale. With that said, let's begin. The date was October 31st, 2023, 8 p.m. on the misty and foggy night of Halloween. 6 friends went to a haunt by the name of Allen Sleep Haven Asylum in the extremely grim-filled history town of Chester County, Pennsylvania. This group of friends were very into the macabre and paranormal and hoped they would see something throughout the night. Little did they know, they would see more than they hoped for in plain sight. Chester County is not only known for its paranormal sightings and hauntings, is known for its horrific history, in which most of it has taken place in Allen Sleep Haven Asylum. The history behind Allen Sleep Haven is well known around the area. However, as of late, there has been mysterious disappearances from those who enter the premises at night. It's become so dreadful, in fact, that they closed its grounds to the public from the year 2007 to 2022. As of October 1st, 2023, the rotten doors of Allen Sleep Haven Asylum have reopened to the public once again. But little did the public know, the hauntings would continue. But this time in ways no one was ready for. 6 friends that contained 3 couples would soon have the night of their life that would change all of them for the worse. First we have Jackie and Kane. Second, we have Larissa and Henry. And lastly, we have Arabella and Milo, all of which knew each other for years and worked at a haunt together themselves. Knowing the asylum's past history made them all very excited to see the place in person for the first time and what secrets could be residing in its walls. Allen Sleep Haven Asylum did things differently than other haunts. No matter who you're with, or what group you're a part of, you will never be together throughout the entirety of the haunt. Nor will you see anyone you know until you're done. When you enter the asylum, they take in a group of 20 people at a time and put them all in a room. This room is completely empty, with all white walls and all white floors, and the only door visible is the door they came through until it closed, revealing that everyone is now surrounded by only white with no escape in sight. Suddenly, the room goes dark and becomes filled with everyone's screams. When the lights come back on, there are only 10 people left in the room. Our beloved friend group was a part of this group of 20. Left in the room were only Kane, Larissa, and Milo, amongst 7 other strangers. Minutes go by, and the lights go out once again. Screams fill the room once more, then the lights come back on, this time with no one left in the room. Kane was suddenly in a dark hallway, with only one flashing bulb on the ceiling to guide his way. As he walked through, he could hear whispers and footsteps all around him. As he approached the end of the hallway, he was then jump-scared by a scare actor that had the same face as his girlfriend Jackie. He yelled out for her, but she ran away into the darkness. Kane chased her down, but wound up at a dead end. She was nowhere in sight, even though she went down a one-way hallway where he started. But something was there that wasn't when he first began. A yellow door was on the wall. He approached it and touched it to make sure it was real. He opened it and went through. Larissa was taken to the asylum courtyard. She was surrounded by nurses and doctors wearing her face as a mask. She began to look around in confusion and disturbance as the circle surrounding her became smaller and smaller. Larissa began to cry and say, "I'm done. Take me out. I don't want to do this anymore." So they stopped collapsing in on her, and one doctor took off his mask to reveal he was her boyfriend, Henry. She shouted at him for doing this to her, but Henry just turned around and left. Larissa chased after him, but couldn't find him anywhere. She then found a yellow door, and through it she went. Milo ended up in the dark woods surrounding the asylum. He was confused on how he got there, but there was no one in sight, until he turned around and saw Arabella standing there wearing a black robe. He began to say, "Thank God you're here," until she took off her robe. Her torso was completely hollowed out. No heart, no lungs, no ribs, just a big, bloody hole in her torso. She then picked up a sharp hatchet and began to chase after Milo. He started to run for his life, not knowing where to go, but he saw a yellow door in the distance, in the middle of a tree, and began to make his way there. Arabella was gaining distance on Milo, but right before she could strike, he opened the door and went through. So what is this yellow door, you ask? Let me tell you what this group of friends and a yellow door have in common. They've all been friends and in their relationships since high school, and since they all go to the same college now, they decided to buy a 3-bedroom home and split the rent 6 ways. That home has a yellow door. Kane, Larissa, and Milo all entered the yellow door at the same time, and when they first seen each other, they were relieved until they looked around and realized that they were in their home, or what they thought was their home. Suddenly, the upstairs door opened, and when they looked up the stairs, they saw their partner standing there with a sinister smile looking down at them. Eerie music from the early 1900s began to play in reverse on the record player as Jackie, Henry, and Arabella began to walk down to them, still with a sinister smile on their faces. Kane, Larissa, and Milo backed up against the door to open it, but soon realized there was only a wall where the door once was. Milo then screamed at the Sinister Three and asked what they did with his girlfriend, because that isn't her, but it has her face. No one spoke, but a voice came from the record player, saying their souls belong to the devil now. They're replaced with the shells of their former selves and have only one job, and that is to take yours. Jackie, Henry, and Arabella were never to be seen again. However, Cain, Larissa, and Milo's bodies were found absolutely mutilated and gutted all over their living room floor and walls. When the bodies were discovered by the police, the record player was still playing the same tune, but an uncanny and very disturbing laughter began to belt out uncontrollably. So until next time, I hope you join us when we open the Book of Wretch yet again. But remember, be careful when you enter the mind of a wretched. You may just leave a wretch. Good night and pleasant nightmares.